Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to the 1890s campaign for Austria-Hungary. It turns out, as it is, a long campaign. I've finally gotten an encounter with a battleship. My battleship, that is, with their heavy cruisers, Carlo III, the Etna, and the light cruiser Claudio Tiberio. I'm defending my own convoy, and I'm interested to see whether these battleships of mine are actually going to prove useful. My economy is still terrible. My fleet capacity, I think, or my finance capacity is down to 2%. My transports are doing absolutely terrible. At any rate, we finally have a battleship. We're finally going to see whether the Luitpold does well. She's armed with 12-inch guns, which are far more than I actually need. The reason why I put these guns on these ships is to make sure that I have a lot of power projection. And hopefully with that, I was going to end the blockade. No, said Italy, because we're not going to send you any of our battleships. Your battleships are just projecting port strength, because that's the only thing that they seem to know how to do. They're not really engaging me in direct conflict. Now here comes two of the Italian heavy cruisers, and of course they immediately do a lot of damage against the Monarch. I would be doing the exact same thing. No, I'm not damaging the Monarch, but trying to get as much damage on the transports as possible because they are the primary objective. I need to keep 50% alive, which could be quite the challenge. There goes the Monarch. Alright, Luitpold. Show me what you got. Show me what those 12-inch guns can do. And considering I'm fighting a light cruiser, it's going to be high explosive. I also have torpedoes, should I need them. I don't really expect so, but you never quite know. And our first salvo completely misses, but we have, at 2.1 kilometer range, an accuracy of 14%, which is very respectable for a ship from this era. Stern turret, moving to position. The ship is unfortunately concealed, but I have a 50% chance to pen? With a 12-inch gun, 3.2 inches of armor on the main belt. Let's say fore and aft is more likely to hit, because it's a bigger surface. 38% armor quality. Let's say about 2 inches if we're being generous. Range is 1.5. Yeah, I can definitely pen that with high explosive. And that could wipe out the Claudio Tiberio, potentially with one hit. This cruiser is armed with torpedoes. That is something I need to keep in mind. You know what, we're going to turn towards the heavy cruisers. Come on. Get ready. 20% chance to hit. I need one good hit. The Claudio Tiberio. One good hit. Fire when ready. Yes, that's more like it. It looks like the Samos is going to have a problem with a torpedo. Tiberio is likely to get that hit. Yeah, right on the stern. At least the Luitpold has proven to be a dangerous adversary to light cruisers. And these heavy cruisers are not really carrying more heavy armor or more armor in general than their light cruisers. So, one more good salvo. One more good salvo and the light cruiser's gone. And I can focus my attention on the Carlo. But no! Because this time I block, or the light cruiser blocks the damage. Unexpected. Alright, Luitpold. We're going to sail directly towards the Carlo III and prepare to torpedo her. More flooding. You make torpedo when ready. Samos is not doing too well. Really. I thought I armored these battleships pretty well. Not well enough, perhaps. Torpedo away. Carlo is going to have a problem. There goes the Claudio. Boom. 1065 damage. The problem is, the Italians will still get a fair amount of victory points here, because they are attacking transports, and they have been able to sink one. Let's try not to ram this ship if I don't absolutely have to. Carlo is badly flooded on her stern, her engines are out, and her rudder is no longer responding. We're going to sail alongside and dump another 12-inch shell into their side. Oh, and a torpedo, just for good measure. Surprised the ship is still here after all that damage. Focus fire on that. Turn your stern towards the Carlo and prepare to launch the stern torpedo tube. Go on. Stern launcher. Really? Yes, really, we're not launching against the Carlo. The ship has torpedo tubes in every direction, but they're not using it. Boom. 105 damage. Partial pen only, as we potentially hit them on the main belt. Yep. The main belt was the only thing really capable of stopping a shell from a 12-inch gun. 12-inch high explosive shell at that. It won't really do as well when dealing with AP, but considering that the chances of penning at this range are so good, I think it's far more likely to use HE. Although at this angle, not so much. 2 damaged engines. You're getting awfully close there, sir. Port side torpedo launcher almost reloaded. We're gonna whack the Etna over the head with the torpedo. At least I keep hoping so, but my torpedo launchers aren't damaged or destroyed, are they? Because they just flat out refuse to fire. There we go. Etna, flooded on the stern. These battleships are fun to use. Short range, very deadly against cruisers. Most likely deadly against battleships as well. Boom. Still no sinking though. But the entire ship's on fire and most likely will succumb to flooding. There she goes. Etna is down. Carlo, you're next. If I turn bow, I probably won't be able to turn in time. I don't want to ram, I just want to shoot it up. More fire damage. Is that the stern gun also? No. Boom. Overpen. With high explosive. Overpen. I thought that wasn't possible with high explosive, or at least it shouldn't be. Right, Carlo. I'm glad I take down at least some more of their heavy cruiser fleet. They've still got way too many of those. This could very well be the backbone of what is actually projecting all that power. It might not even be the battleships to such an extent. More flooding, this time on the bows. Torpedo away. That will sink the Carlo. Lloydpole took a little bit of damage, but nothing too serious. Probably fixing in a month, maybe 2, if worst. So, 1,360 victory points. And I think at this point, victory points are really the only way that I can finish this campaign. I have a little under twice the amount of victory points that the Italians have. But they still have this huge fleet. 13 battleships, 29 heavy cruisers. It just keeps getting worse. I'm minus 6 million. I can still keep that up for a long period of time, though. I believe that I have really all my ships at sea. Status. I got the Samos, the T4, and the Lloydpole being repaired. The rest of the ships, yeah, they're in the Eastern Mediterranean. They're all sea controlling. Got a couple of in being. The Polyp T6, T7, T6, and the battleship Glorreiche. We're going to set that to sea control as well. Sea control. Yeah, just go to sea control if you will. Add crew, so I can replenish crew. And research is not doing very well. I'm still at 63%. I can still reduce that if I want to. But I'm very much hoping that I'm going to get... Oh, I already researched it. Perfect. I was going to go for the triple expansion steam engine because it allows me more speed. It allows you a little bit more horsepower per ton. Considering my situation, I'm going to reduce the amount of spending on research. And let's see, can I overhaul some of my ships? Because I believe the heavy cruisers, they're They're still using the older armor, aren't they? They got compound armor. If I can refit them and go to nickel steel, they get plus 40% armor strength versus plus 35. And something else I can adjust. I can upgrade them to 16-inch torpedoes for even more firepower. I can make them fast torpedoes, reducing their range even more. So I have a torpedo range of 600 meters, but they're even more difficult to dodge. As for the rest... Oh yeah, we can upgrade this. The complement of shells is good enough. I cannot change anything here, here, or here. We got the nose fuse shell. The common nose fuse high explosive shell has the percussion fuse located at the nose of the shell. The short delay fuse is designed to cause the detonation of the shell almost at the time of impact, reducing its penetration effect but increasing its incendiary capability, as the shell has more chance to explode into smaller fragments and damage the ship's surface. Right. So I get more explosive damage out of it, but far less pen. Currently, the pen on these cruisers... High explosive pen is about 2.5 inches. It's going to be less, but they're more likely to be effective against torpedo boats. Because that's what these things were really there to do. Against battleships and cruisers, I still have the armor-piercing shell and the torpedoes. So I don't need to do too much there. I suppose I can also upgrade their engines. And with that, probably their speed. Because I have been wanting to upgrade these things in speed, ideally to 22 knots. That's way too much. If not that, then can I boost their armor? Make them more survivable? And that survivability also gets the benefit of having the better armor quality bonus. Let's see, upgrade the superstructure armor. It's going to be an expensive project to overhaul all of these things. But I believe it will be worth it. For weight offsets to 2.2. I really don't want to overhaul too much on these ships. Can I boost the aft belt a little? Yeah, this is good enough. Superstructure's too heavy. There we go. Conning tower to 5-inch. Good. We're going to overhaul all the heavy cruisers. So, refit ship. All of you. It's going to cost me 340,000, but I believe I can afford that. And more importantly, I can't really afford not to upgrade these heavy cruisers. And, well, I'm already blockaded as is. I'm not going to get more blockaded. The light cruiser design I'm also going to refit, because they too can benefit from all of the upgrades that I have researched. So refit, you're going to get a better engine. You're going to maintain... Oh, actually, can I increase speed? I can put them at 22, but I still want to overhaul the rest first. That's good. Yeah, we're going to go for the gun cotton shells. I'm going to give you nickel steel armor. I'm going to give you nose fuse as well. Because these things are designed to take on torpedo boats, and torpedo boats have no armor by definition. The torpedoes... Oh crap, these things don't have torpedoes. Here we go. Now they can take on virtually anything that they come up against. Not really a battleship, but with a broadside of 2 torpedoes, they can most definitely take on a light cruiser and, well, probably a heavy cruiser as well. Can I get them to 22 knots? No, not even close. Okay, 21 knots. If I reduce this, because I'm not going that far anyway, I can at least boost their armor. Because forebelt and aft belt is pretty bad. Let's boost that to 2-inch. Get some armor for the superstructure, because that is very weak. Get the forebelt boosted. 2.6, 2.6, 2.8. Ah, these are pretty sturdy cruisers at this point. Upgrade the conning tower to 4 inches. Anything else I need? I don't really have any other upgrades, do I? Yeah, this should be max HE. This is also max HE. Good. Steering has no change. Yeah, good. There we go. 2.8 inches of armor belt. That's pretty damn good. The heavy cruiser, the Tiger class, they got less armor than the light cruiser, but more armor on the main armor belt. Okay, let's upgrade all of these light cruisers. I have a good number of them. So we're going to refit all of them. Oh, actually, I don't have that many of them. Not nearly as much as I would like. I also want to build more ships. I'm going to build a bunch more of these Tiger-class ships. I don't really have any other research coming down, so it's not like I'm going to be able to get more stuff from that. I want to view this. And I want to copy that design, because that's the only way I can make a new class out of it. This is the Tiger Flight 2. So the Tiger 2 design. No, not that Tiger 2. Nose fuse. Yep, you got everything copied. Excellent. Save the design. And we're going to crank out a few more of these, because I want to intercept more of their convoys. What? It's not an overhaul. Why can I not build any more ships? What? Is it because I copied a refit? What if I copy the base Tiger? So I'm going to eliminate the Tiger 2 design. And the base Tiger, copy. I'll give you a bit less range, potentially a bit more speed. 21 knots. Yeah, you got your compound armor. You got your 16-inch torpedoes? Okay, fine. Delete this. Delete this. I think I'm due for a new cruiser class anyway. The Vuklerbrug is the upgraded light cruiser class. Armored cruiser. Displacement looks good. We're going to make these things 22 knots. Give them nickel, steel, steam expansion engine, main tower, secondary tower. I think 2 funnels ought to do it for what I have. No, not even close. 43% only. Jeesh. That's pretty bad. Maximum bulkheads, yes. Let's put some guns on. 10-inch guns? 9-inch guns? We're going to go for 8-inch guns, which are slightly bigger than what I have. Oh. Okay, fine. Let's reduce this. I don't need to travel as far anyway. 8-inch guns can pen quite a lot. Hopefully enough to allow me to take on their cruisers toe-to-toe. Barbettes. Secondary guns. Interesting positioning there with the 2-incher. The 2-inchers are going to have the nose fuse. These are going to have the standard gun cotton. Reload. We're going to go with a standard ratio of shells. And do I have enough tonnage to bring torpedo tubes with me? Oh, we can have 2 per side. That's even better. Reduce speed to 21 knots. So that I still have my armor capability. Fast torpedoes. Let's go for 3 and 3. Wow, and you can actually get it too. 5. Damn, these things are going to be turtles. 3, 3. Superstructure 1. Too heavy. 11% 4 weight offset though. That's pretty bad. Reduce the 4 belt a little bit. Oh, okay. If I want to make sure that this thing gets balanced, I'll probably have to add a couple of 3-inchers here. 4 offset, 1, 1. There we go. I have mostly 2-inchers here to deal with torpedo boats. And if I do an unbalanced rudder, my turning circle will be even better. So I might have a better chance to dodge torpedoes. 1, 4, 5. Secondaries are fairly limited. They're going to have to rely upon their 8-inchers to do quite a lot of work. And, of course, their torpedo launchers. Alright, save that design. I'm going to crank out a few more of these. Leoben class. The Tiger 2, I can just delete. Leoben class, I can build. I know I'm already negative on cash, so whatever. Okay, let's find another battle. And hope I don't lose any more. Ah! The blockade has ceased! Fantastic news. Sadly, the blockade has ceased, but I lost even more transports. Do I even have a transport? No, not that many. Oh, man. Okay. So you'd think that I have a fairly good presence out here in the Mediterranean. You'd think that, and you'd probably be wrong. Because I keep losing ships here in the Eastern Mediterranean, despite continuously clearing up more and more and more ships. I'm going to block off the area here with the battleship. I also have 2 battleships and 7 torpedo boats there. Whatever, we're going to park them off the coast of Gibraltar and just completely bottle up the... Well, at least the British fleet, unless they spawn ships in Limassol or in Gibraltar itself. But if they spawn in Gibraltar, I'll block them out. My fleet is 58 versus 138, 142, and 124. Okay. What do I have? Yeah, you guys. I want these torpedo boats to go off aggressively hunting enemy transports. That's the objective. That's what they're good at. I still have a battleship here. The Glorreiche and the T4 and T9. You're going to head out there as well. I'm really not sure how good the French financial system is. My growth is negative. Their growth is positive. Their growth is almost plus 10%. This is crazy. Why is my... Oh, it's probably because they don't have any transports. That's probably it. Okay. Ah. Our task force is under attack. The Kaiserin Elizabeth, the Wolfsburg, and the Vuklebrück against Santa Maria, San Marco, Cornelia Silla, Orania, Francesco Nullo, Karuppiah, and Lancia. We have some work ahead of us. I'm not sure if these are the upgraded variants of the heavy cruisers or not. No. These ships have not been upgraded yet. Okay. So we're going to have to make these things work in their standard capacity. Oh, you have been upgraded. Yes. The only site that does not carry torpedoes on the Vuklebrück is the bow. But I have 15-inch torpedoes. It should have been 16-inch, but this will work. And yeah, I suppose the Vuklebrück can be quite dangerous. Have you been upgraded there, Wolfsburg? Nope. I really like the refit system. Just the ability to get your ships to be improved, I think, is a very, very good feature. So that means you probably also have the better type of ammo, yes? Base fuse. Did I not give you a nose fuse? Huh. Anyway, to the south. Okay, let's go and pester some Italians. I mean, ships. Here we go. The first Italian heavy cruisers are being sighted. And unless they are using new ship classes, these are not going to be carrying torpedoes. The light cruisers are. And the light cruisers are thus far more dangerous. But what this guy doesn't recognize yet is that my light cruisers have been upgraded with torpedo launchers. And whereas initially they were just, well, anti-gunboat ships, they are now something far, far different. They are a massive threat to these heavy cruisers. They can close the distance at 21 knots. And, well, at this point, by the way, the Kaiserin Elizabeth might actually take out the San Marco before the Vuklebrück can even join this fight. Let's get you to launch a torpedo. We already got flooding on that thing? That's fast. There is a light cruiser. No, that's a torpedo boat, actually. It's not a light cruiser. Missed! Torpedo away. I'm going to cut right through the formation and use the starboard launcher against the bow of the Santa Maria. San Marco is turning and has a very, very good turning circle. So let's have the Vuklebrug present itself as more of a threat. She might not... No, she'll not dodge that. What do I do with torpedo launchers? Boom. Standard bulkheads. You're in trouble. Port launcher away against the San Marco again. Starboard launcher against the Santa Maria. Cut right through the formation and start blowing holes in these ships. Sadly, the San Marco will not get the torpedo hit, but she might not need it. And the Santa Maria has also been dodging. Fair play. Turn. Can you pen that? Somewhat. Okay, make it work. Wolfsburg. New plan. Right at the enemy. Which way are you going to turn? Are you going to turn? No matter which way she turns, she's going to get hit by a torpedo. Because she turns that way, I launch the port side. She turns that way, I launch the starboard side. Torpedo away. It's too close. The Santa Maria will not be able to dodge. But my port launcher might not work. Because I'm too close to the target. There are the 2 torpedoes from the Vukla. Yeah. Port launcher did not launch. So it's going to be down to the stern launcher on the Wolfsburg. There it is. Boom. San Marco just got hammered by the torpedoes from the Vukla. Oh, please. Don't dodge that. Don't be like that. San Marco is down. Torpedo hit on the Santa Maria. Very nice. Very nice. And she's done. Okay, so that concludes the fight with the heavy cruisers. Now we just need to take on a bunch of lights and torpedo boats. Which could potentially be more dangerous. Because those heavy cruisers are just close the distance and sink them. These light cruisers and torpedo boats could be more threatening. Because they can deliver a hammer blow to my heavy cruisers. Don't launch. Target Cassiopeia together. Pen. Damage. Flooding. I am in their torpedo range. I don't want to be in their torpedo range. Come on, Vukla, this is your fight. This is what you excel at. Turn and get him. Kaiserin, turn back. Vukla, slow down. Your turning circle is not good enough. There's 2 more torpedo boats from the Italians out there. Use the 4s and the 2s and eliminate the ship. Torpedoes away against the Vukla. Hard starboard. This might not work. I got too close to the target. No, I survived. Didn't dodge. Oh, sorry, didn't get hit. I dodged. Go on. Down. Very, very good. Lancia next. In the meanwhile, you're going to chase down the Cornelia. Don't torpedo it, and you don't torpedo me. Already Lancia's engines are out. One of them, and she's flooding. You torpedoed somebody. Yeah, you did. The heavy cruiser. I think the light cruisers are not too interested in this fight, which is fine. The more I can divide and eliminate one ship at a time, the better it'll be. Lancia is making a pretty aggressive approach to the Kaiserin. I need to make sure this thing sinks before she gets an opportunity to launch. Come on. Lancia is taking heavy damage. Lots of flooding too. This could be enough to sink her. Come on. Bit more. Status here. All good. Orania has torpedo launchers. Port starboard. Focus that. Slow down. Why are you still here? Why are you still alive? 5%, 2%, done. Francesco, next. Wolfsburg, hard to port. Eliminate this light cruiser. You should be able to do that. See, I have the idea that I have been winning almost all battles, but I'm sort of losing the war. Simply because they take out too many transports. Keeping your transports alive in this game is so important. And yet, for me right now, it seems to be quite reliant on RNG. I don't really know how to keep my transports alive other than just hope that I have a ship nearby. For example, in the Eastern Mediterranean, it just keeps happening that they sink ships there, despite me having quite a few cruisers and even a battleship or two out there at the moment. The Orania is making a move. So the Kaiserin, turn your main guns towards this cruiser and take it out. Not with AP, we're going to launch HE. And we're going to launch a torpedo as well. Torpedo away. She's going to turn. For fuck's sake, I look away 2 seconds from the Vuklebrug and she takes a torpedo. Oh, damn it. Speaking of. Jesus, that cruiser was really not supposed to get that damaged. Cornelio is coming in. Slow you down a bit more. Force the Cornelio to turn away. Torpedo away. Don't launch unless otherwise directed. Turn away. It's not anywhere near the Cornelio. How's the fight happening with the light? Geez, you're still alive? Vukla was going to need quite a lot of repairs there. Turn. Stern launcher against Urania. She cannot dodge that. Not at this range. Turn, 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 turn. Starboard launcher away. Yeah, she did dodge. Fuck's sake. Really? Because now she's going to launch on me. If she has that launcher available. She doesn't. She doesn't. Good. This thing is still badly flooding. Should be down soon. I was really not supposed to mismanage the cruiser like that. That was terrible. You got 6 torpedoes left. You got 3. It's probably because I blew up one of the torpedo tubes. Yes. There goes your torpedo boat. Now, getting hit on the Vuklebrug is not great, but I already sunk a couple of heavy cruisers and torpedo boats. So I'm not unhappy with taking some damage in this exchange. Focus fire on the Cornelia. I know I'm still firing HE, but these things are pretty thin-skinned. So if I get a hit, I'm most likely to do a lot more damage this way. And the new flight of cruisers is going to have 8-inch guns. Cornelio's out of range with the torpedoes. Pursue the target. There you go. Flooding and she'll slow right down. Few bulkheads. I'm constantly checking these things because the Italians have been creating new ships as well. So it's not like they still have minimum bulkheads. They could suddenly have a new cruiser class in service that has different guns, different bulkheads, different armor scheme, more or fewer torpedoes. I have to keep these things in mind. Vuklebrück is trying to rejoin the battle, but at a mere 5 knots, she's not likely to get her anytime soon. Cornelio is heavily flooded. Almost the entirety of the ship is on fire. Courtesy of high explosive. I need to check. Was that base fuse the type of shell type that I set? Or not? Done. Okay, next. Let's go to ×5 and eliminate the Urania. She already starts flooding with the first hit. And her engine's out. This is perfect. We're slowly driving her towards the Vuklebrück. And... oh, she fixed her engine. But she's gonna stay slower anyway. 17 knots. Wolfsburg's not going nearly as fast. But I can speed you back up to maintain the distance. Potentially close the distance with the Kaiserin. Partial pen. Smoke up with the Vuklebrück. You can maintain your speed. Feel free to torpedo if you see it. Another pen. Partial pen. Come on, buddy. Come on. These ships all carry reduced ammo for HE. Oh, sorry, for AP. They got a max HE loadout. Yeah. These guys have base fuse for HE. Yeah, my cruisers haven't been upgraded, but my light cruiser has. They also got a base fuse. I need to check that. Uh-oh. I also need to check that I don't get torpedoed by the Urania. I know she has one damaged torpedo launcher, but I find it very difficult to see which one. Torpedo away. Urania has no damaged rudder, but she's not responding in time. That'll hurt a lot. Boom. 4% structural left, but basically the entire ship fills up in a matter of seconds and the ship sinks. Done. So I took some damage that I really shouldn't have taken. Should have been almost a flawless victory. But the Italians got 13 victory points for damaging the Vuklebrück. Not too bad. Especially considering that the Italians still have this massive, massive fleet. See? Here we go again. I lost another transport ship in the Eastern Mediterranean. Where? The Eastern Mediterranean is a large area, yes, but I have a battleship there, I have a light cruiser and torpedo boats, I have 2 heavy cruisers, I have 1 battleship and 6 torpedo boats. I don't know where else to put my ships. I really don't. Maybe I just need to make these guys blockade Limassol. Perhaps that'll work. And then you can take up position here with your entire task force. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that'll be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see these new cruisers coming into service very soon. We have a couple of them getting repaired. Most of them are at sea, and we got a whole fleet of heavy cruisers coming out soon. Did I upgrade? Yeah. I just need to proceed with the refit on that. It's going to take me a month. Whoa. 5 months and 7 months for the Shamos. Okay. I guess I might need to bring the satellite back. Unless you already have your better torpedo launchers and stuff, but... yeah, the satellite already has her improved torpedo launchers. Good. The one thing I wanted to check is what type of propellant... no, fusing am I using? Nose fuse. Yeah, okay. Nose fuse. Good. What? Copy. Yeah, base fuse is the worst one. Or, well, not worse, but different. This is the one that I need. Alright guys, that'll be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you soon for more. Because there is plenty left to do in this campaign. See you guys then.